Oh my God, lick my taint. Oh my God. I can't tell you how many times Tristan told me to do that. Oh my God. Comics in their junk. All right, good. Then you guys are just hot for us tonight, and we're loving it. Thank you so much. In the back, like, let me go up. I love them. So we're good. We're gonna keep it rolling. Our next comedian comes all the way from Northern California to be here tonight, and he's just keeping it real. Give it up for Raymond.
I've been fucked up ever since 1965. I went in the Marines. You know, I didn't know anything about eating pussy. You know, what happened? There wasn't any black men, Asians, or Chinese that ate pussy before 1965. Unless it was Jesse Jackson. I wound up spending 13 months in Vietnam, surrounded by white boys from Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee. That's all they were talking about. Man, I can't wait to get back and eat me some pussy. Guys talk about, they could take a jelly jar and knock the bottom out of it and shit. Lick the sides, not leave anything in it. Man, I don't know about that. So I had Buddy come home with me. Will wound up coming home with me. Staying in my house. He stayed with me for 2 weeks. I had this radical sister, 14-inch natural, black emblem around her neck. She hadn't spoken to me in decades. So what wound up happening, she goes out with Will one night. Next morning, she speaks. I said, damn, I don't know what's going on with this. Not only did she speak, she's got a smile from her mouth back to her ears. She's had this afro, her hair's pressed. She's standing on her tiptoes. So, I walked through the house and said, Will, what's happening? I said, Raymond, I ate the pussy and it was good. So, I waited. What happened? She went from panther to pussy, And, it took me 40 years before I decided I'd do it, because I was afraid of becoming, gay by proxy. So I said, no, that's not something I can do. I'm not going to do that. But I had my buddy. I had a friend by the name of Bill. Bill came over to my house and said, man, your wife is fine. I'm going to eat that pussy if you don't. So I called her at work. I said, baby, listen, we're going to try something different tonight. So what she does, she comes home, and then I run to the grocery store. She goes take a nice hot bubble bath. So she sits in the bubble bath. I got this, this little bar. So I said, okay. So she comes in, she sits on a bar, I had a little mustache, so I didn't know what was happening. So she's sitting on the bar, her legs across my shoulders. So I'm not knowing what's happening, so I understand, I went to the store, I got some whipped cream. So I wound up hitting the pussy with the whipped cream. Then I'm sitting there, I'm doing, everything that I thought was supposed to be done, So I'm there for 45 minutes. So, after 45 minutes, she gets up and she goes, say, okay, so. She gets up and go to work the next morning. She called me from work. She says, Raymond, listen, I can't work today. I got to go home. So I said, okay, babe, why don't you tell me what's up? She said, no, I'll tell you when you get home. I said, okay. So she came home, you know, and I'm looking at her. So she stood sideways. And then she's standing, and then she says, look at this. So a clip was about 6 inches long. So she said, listen, you can't do that no more. Okay. So, you know, what happened, you know, all black men are not well endowed. You know, I can stop that here. One of the things that happen is, you know, as you get older, your stuff gets smaller. So we watching, you know, Monday Night Football last week. And so, you know, she decides that, you know, we're going to have oral sex. So we having oral sex, and you know what she wound up doing is eating chicken wings at the same time. You know, she's having oral sex. So, you know, I had to back off that. But that's my time. I want to thank everybody.